This is going to be a complete playthrough of Splatterhouse Part 3. Now, this is a beat-em-up video game released by Namco for the Mega Drive/Genesis in 1993. It is a sequel to Splatterhouse 2 and is one of the first games to be given a rating by Sega's own Video Game Rating Council in North America. The game was given an MA13 rating by the Council for its graphic violence and gore. Unlike its predecessors, it was not originally released in Europe. Now, the story goes, this game takes place about 5 years after the events of Splatterhouse 2. Rick and Jennifer have since married and have a son named David. Rick has also become successful on Wall Street and has bought a mansion in Connecticut, putting the memories of the terror mask behind him. Meanwhile, the mask feels the ancient energy that it recalls from ages past and begins to speak to Rick. Rick must don the mask for the third time and fight the monsters that invaded his mansion. Rick fights to save Jennifer and David from an entity known as the Evil One, but it is revealed that this was only a distraction while the Evil One took David. Rick eventually defeats the Evil One, who had planned to use David's latent psychic abilities to unlock the power of an ancient object known as the Dark Stone. Upon defeating the Evil One, the mask reveals its true evil intentions. Rick then must destroy the Terror Mask permanently. There are 4 possible endings depending on if the player saves Jennifer and David, saves one or the other, or fails to save them both. All but the best endings start out with the mask, saying it will continue to exist as long as there's human suffering. As it shatters, it says that the sky has cleared and evil has once again been banished. The endings are as follows. The bad ending, if Rick fails to save both his wife and child, the ending goes as usual, but it states that Rick stands alone, the weight of failure hanging heavily on him. It then shows a picture of him and his family with the words "alone, all alone," and you can just tell that he commits suicide probably. Now, if Jennifer dies, Rick fails to save Jennifer but rescues David. It shows the ending as normal, but that Jennifer exists only as a memory. It then shows David asking his dad where his mother is and fades after that. Now, if David dies, if Jennifer is rescued but David dies, the ending goes on as usual, but with David being only a memory. Jennifer then asks Rick where David is, and after being told the dialogue, she cries and says, "Oh God, no." Now, the good endings, which is the one I get here, because I say both of them, the ending is different apart from a more pleasant tune. The mask's dialogue changes. Instead of saying that he'll survive, he cries out, "Can't see, can't hear, I'm dying," before shattering. It continues as normal, saying Rick returns to his family, finally free of the terror mask. The game features 6 levels, many taking place in the mansion instead of the side-scrolling action of the previous games, though. This is a non-linear exploration throughout several different rooms, forcing Rick to often backtrack as he tries to find the exit. Players are given a map of each level. Each level must be cleared in a certain amount of time. That's a pain in the ass sometimes because you get twisted around. When you defeat all the enemies in the level, in a room, doors will open up, and then you have to press the start button to see an overview of the map. And you want to go in a certain path to make sure that you get to the giant X. Because if you don't get to that X, that's the end of the level. If you don't get there on time, either Jennifer or David's going to die, and you're going to get one of the bad endings. So you want to try to get there within the time limit. Now, if you get to the X and the timer counts down to 0, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get a bad ending. You just have to get to the X before the timer runs out. That's the main thing. Now, there are branching paths that you can take. There's different colored doors. There's like a yellow door. If you go through those are room warps, and you really kind of want to use those because that'll cut down on your travel time a lot. And there's also white doors. I think those are blocked off, and you have to go in them a certain way to get the benefit of saving time with those. There's also books, and I think if you collect all the books, I think you get unlock a special level. I collected 2 books. I don't know exactly how many they are, but I did get 2 of them. But anyways, you do have to backtrack to find the exit sometimes if you don't follow the path. Players are given a map of each level, and it's not really clear on how much time it will take you to get to the X. You just have to keep, trial and error sometimes. New, though, to Splatterhouse and Splatterhouse 3 is the power meter, which can be filled by collecting eldritch orbs found throughout the levels and occasionally are dropped by defeated certain enemies. Once the bar is filled by at least one orb, the player can transform Rick into a hulking and more monstrous version of himself, with the terror mask being seemingly fused to his head. Kind of like Jason Goes to Hell. Really cool. I love the way this game looks. I mean, it's I won't say it's as good as Splatterhouse 2, but it's a damn good game. And if you haven't played this game, you really need to check it out. I love this game. I love the fact that you can explore. It's just a fun game to play. It's frustrating whenever you're trying to get there within a time limit. But if you just play the game just to play the game and you don't really care about the kind of endings you get, you're going to have a better time. But yeah, you can transform Rick. That's the first time that's ever happened. He's significantly stronger and can execute a special attack that involves pieces of his flesh extended from his chest area and acting as a weapon, injuring any monster in the vicinity of their reach. Also, instead of actually wielding the weapons he finds, the mutated version of Rick simply flings them at enemies, dealing a fair bit more damage and swinging the weapons as normal Rick would have. Extra lives and health items are also scattered throughout the levels. Passwords are also given. They're your friends. Use your passwords. Write them down. Occasionally, Rick is able to pick up weapons, e.g. A baseball bat, cleaver, among other things. There's like rocks. I think I picked up a tombstone at one point of the game. Once you defeat all the monsters in the room, a map appears, and then you're given a choice of which way you want to go. The game storyline alters significantly if you fail to finish these levels, though, in the allotted time. For example, in the second level, if your task was saving Rick's wife Jennifer from being devoured by a boar worm, in order to save her, you must reach the end of the level to confront and defeat the boar worm within the time limit. Failing to do so before the time runs out will result in Jennifer being devoured internally by the boar worm, which is just horrifying to think of. This game stands at the top of the beat-em-up heap on the Genesis and is a fun, gory ride with plenty of enemies to pummel and a solid game engine, making the game a blast to play. It got a 5-star rating back in the day from a publication called All Game, and I have to agree wholeheartedly with that review. Hopefully you'll enjoy this playthrough. Check out the other two Splatterhouse games. This is October. Getting close to that time, Halloween. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing on Halloween. I know I'm probably going to be starting some kind of a stream around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. maybe. And I'm going to try to go all night with it. So I'm going to be playing, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be playing, but it's going to be a bunch of horror-themed games. Shit, I don't know. I may get drunk and just play the whole fucking night. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, hope you enjoy this video. Alright, talk to you later. Just wanted to jump in and say this real quick. There's a move that you're going to see me doing a lot in this game. It's that spin kick. Now to do that spin kick, it's back and forward and the attack button. And you want to master that. I'm telling you right now, you want to master that move because it does so much damage to these enemies. It may kill an enemy in like 2 hits. So you really want to learn to do it. It's like I said, it's whatever direction you're facing, you want to tap the back button and forward, and then the attack button. Kind of quick, in that consecutive button input. Back, forward, attack. And you do that, and you're going to do that spin kick move, and it really is going to save you a lot of time. All right. So there you go. There's the best ending for Splatterhouse 3. Hope you enjoyed this. I probably will be doing One Paku Graffiti and probably Splatterhouse on the TurboGrafx 16, the Japanese version, just to get the white mask and show it off. But yeah, hopefully enjoy these videos. I love these games to death. I mean, I really just can't say enough nice things about them. Anyways, I will talk to you later.